Good afternoon, Extra Point of View. Here with Lou. How you doing, Lou?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. A lot going on right now.
Yes.
All right, you want to recap the bowls pretty quickly? So, SEC, which is what we're here to really talk about. 0-5 to start the bowls. And then we sort of like, the bigger the bowl got, right, the better we played.
Right.
First question, do the smaller bowls even matter anymore? And are they going to go away?
That is a good question. I mean, you see the people opting out and, it's, if you don't have anything to play for besides, the accolades, it's,
I mean, the coaches, obviously, it's a big deal for them because they get that many more practices and that kind of thing, and a chance to sort of put an exclamation point on the season. But I don't know.
I mean, you see the record of each conference, and the ones that are really into it, you can tell because they swept the games, and then you see something like the SEC, and you go 0-5, and then even 5-8. But if you take away two of those wins, which were Alabama and Georgia, then it's only 3-8. So it's like nobody even really cared, And the winners, were South Carolina and Arkansas and Kentucky. It's
right.
Arkansas and Kentucky did have something to prove because they did have pretty good regular seasons. So,
and I'll just say from South Carolina, and it was the Duke's Mayo Bowl, which I think everybody probably saw the replay of the Mayo dump on Coach. You talk about taking one for the team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to help recruiting, right? Because your players are out there going, man, this guy's committed to the team.
So gross.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, seriously, for South Carolina, the Duke Mayo Bowl was sort of big. Obviously, for North Carolina, it wasn't. Anyway, just wondering how you think that plays out, especially if they expand the playoffs. To some of those smaller bowls sort of get wrapped up in the playoffs and sort of give them something, maybe reduce the number of bowls. But again, maybe not. I don't know. ESPN's making money no matter what, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you look at the Ole Miss quarterback that just got hurt.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to go in the draft. So,
I
do think expanding the playoffs and, looping in those bowls, will make it a little something worth fighting for, I guess you could say. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's good advertising for the sponsors, but you can tell some people don't have the heart in it.
Yeah, I mean, we went out and bought a case of Duke's Mayo. So, so who looks good in the SEC rolling? Through the play. I mean, through the bowls and sort of ending up their season. I guess obviously one big question mark. I mean, LSU did not look good in their bowl game, but they got a new coach. And we talked a little bit about that last time. I mean, the Brian Kelly era begins down south. What are your thoughts on LSU?
They have all the resources.
They got the players.
Yeah, they got a dedicated fan base. Yep. Obviously, they're throwing a ton of money at him.
Right.
So, I mean, if he can just, get a hold of the team and put all the pieces together, they should be good. I mean, they've always, for the past couple of years, they've been a powerhouse. So there's no reason they shouldn't. But,
And in terms of coaches, new coaches, obviously, Florida, I guess, was the big one, right? I was looking at the preseason last year for the coaches, SEC coaches, and Dan Mullen was the number 3 out of 14, right?
And Ed Ogeron was in the top 5,
and Ogeron was 5, so it's competitive in the SEC.
Yeah.
So 2, I guess, pretty big question marks for Florida. Can the new coach Napier, can he come in and be a head coach at that level, at the top, which a lot of guys, it's just too big a jump. And then can Brian Kelly fit into the culture, right? And take over.
Yeah.
You know, a bunch of coonasses down there in Louisiana, right?
You can say that.
Can we not? We can say that. No, that's a technical term. I went to school with those guys from Louisiana. It's actually a compliment. And then you got, I don't know, Mississippi State, Mike Leach. I mean, I guess we were supposed to see something.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin. I mean, he had a banner year. First 10-win season ever at Ole Miss in their program's history. And he'll find they will restock. I mean, that guy can recruit. So they're out there. Tennessee, always a question mark, right?
Auburn, question mark.
Auburn, question mark.
Yeah.
Anything, well, then I do have to give a shout out as we look at next year. I mean, for the South Carolina fans, you know, our big news at the end of the season. Again, transfer portal, love it, hate it, whatever. I mean, I think you got to figure out how to use it to your advantage, right? If it's there. I mean, we got that quarterback and the tight end.
I saw that.
All-American tight end from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, South Carolina was a 4-win prediction this year. But it's still at the top. It's Alabama, Georgia right now. Which we will talk about in our next segment. We're going to talk about the national championship.
We are.
You ready? Like flexing your muscles? You're like going to Indy?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Glutton for punishment.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is a wrap on this one. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.